Teaching tithing is the sin of testing God. Deuteronomy 6 verse 16 says, "Do not test the Lord your God as you did when you complained at Massah." The Israelites tested God at Massah because they complained about not having water instead of trusting God to provide. Jesus quoted this to Satan in Matthew 4 verse 7 when Satan tempted him to throw himself off the temple to prove he was God's son. Testing God is the sin of acting in the flesh because we don't trust God. Acts chapter 15 tells us about the early church's dispute with the Judaizers who wanted to obligate Gentile Christians to keep Mosaic law. The Apostle James determined that the only requirements they should put on the Gentiles who were being saved was that they abstain from food offered to idols, from sexual immorality, and from the meat of strangled animals and blood. Tithing was not one of the requirements that the early church made of the Gentile Christians. The Apostle Peter asked the Judaizers, "Why do you try to test God by putting a yoke on the necks of the Gentiles that neither we nor our ancestors have been able to bear?" No. Demanding that Christians tithe and follow other Old Testament regulations is the sin of testing God. The root of this sin is failing to trust God to provide for us. Do churches today really teach Christians that they must tithe because that's what the Bible teaches, or because they don't trust God and don't know how they'll have enough money without teaching tithing?
Like, share, and subscribe for more content that challenges the religious status quo to help you walk in God's glory as never before.